Today I'm putting a curly hair myth to the test. Is dry detangling really that bad? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Barbie. I have transformed over 20,000 heads of hair through Curls Monthly, my curly hair subscription service, and one-to-one curl coaching over the years. And I'm sure you've seen videos all over the internet saying that dry detangling is the worst thing you could ever do for curly hair. And others say it's a myth, they love it. Well, today I'm gonna just solve it for you, and I'm gonna do an actual just side-by-side test to see which one is actually better. Dry detangling or wet detangling. I'll be using the Harmonize Beauty Defend and Detangle Spray on one side of my hair dry and the other side wet to see which method actually works better. I'll be tracking how long it takes, how much hair I lose, and how it feels. So let's see which one wins. So why am I using this specific product? This specific leave-in conditioner is not only formulated to be put in on wet hair, but it's also formulated to be put in on dry hair. So it's the perfect thing to use for this experiment. It's also super lightweight. So if you're somebody whose hair gets easily weighed down, you are going to literally fall in love with this. I always say that you need a spray-based leave-in conditioner if you are somebody whose hair gets weighed down easily, or maybe you just like a lot of volume. And I love specifically that this spray is like a nice little mist. So it's a spray, but it's also just like a very nice misting to your hair. The leave-in also is formulated to be super multitasking, so it instantly softens, smooths, protects your hair. It does that with like green tea extract, there's glycerin in here, vitamin E, and it actually also defends up to heat against 450 degrees, so it's also a heat protectant, which we love. It reduces frizz, it enhances shine, and it's perfect for applying to stubborn tangles for maximum detangling power and just added moisture. Okay, so let's start with this experiment. I'm gonna start my timer and see how long it takes to detangle this side of my hair. Ready, set, go. So I'm gonna do this in sections, and I'm just gonna spray this on all layers of my hair. You get a much nicer mist if you do a one long spray rather than like little sprays. You get a little tiny mist, but if you do a nice long spray, you get a good mist. And I am just spraying that, focusing it on the mids and my ends. We're gonna see actually how good this detangling power is. I'm making sure to get a lot back here because that's where my that's where my knots are. And then I just kind of like to glide it in with my hands before I go in with the brush. So now I'm gonna take my brush. Always, anytime you detangle, whether it's dry or not, you wanna start at the ends and work your way up. And actually this is already detangling quite easily. Why is that so easy? Now, people say not to dry detangle because the theory is that for curly hair, it leads to breakage. I do think that that is true. If you are not using a detangler or leave-in conditioner in your hair to dry detangle, B, if you don't use a good detangling brush, like if you're using a brush that's meant for styling your hair, it's definitely not gonna work. And C, if you don't actually start from the bottom like I am and then work your way up, it's also definitely gonna cause breakage and not gonna work. So just some tips as I'm going. I'm gonna go back in, and on any knotty area, I'm gonna make sure to use a little bit more product. You definitely want your brush to have nice flexible bristles like this one so it easily glides through. We're not using a Denman brush. We're not using like the bounce curl brush. We're not using anything that has those like super boar bristles to it. You can also kind of separate into smaller sections to have like a more specific detangle. Like that just detangles through so easily. And no matter what, you have to start from the ends and then work your way up. So like I said, this leave-in is great to put on either dry or wet hair. It smells, I'm telling you, so good, and it's really great for refreshing too for that reason. It also protects against heat if you're gonna diffuse your curls or even straighten them. And it just helps get rid of random knots. Like this is actually pretty dang easy, all things considered. Okay, this side of my head took 3 minutes and 19 seconds, and I was talking during that, so that was pretty good. Let's take the hair off of my brush and see how much shedding this caused. I'm gonna obviously show you a side-by-side. I guess I'll just like ball it up and put it in my hands. Yay, that's one side. I'll show you what the other side looks like and we can get a better close view to really see how much hair I lose on either end. Okay, now I'm gonna quickly wet this side down and we'll detangle the wet side. Okay, so I just wet down my hair, so we will start the timer right now. And of course, I'm just spraying the Harmonize Beauty Defend and Detangle on me again, really focusing it on my mids and my ends, and specifically the knotty areas. Then I'm gonna take my brush and start from the bottom and work my way up. People say that wet detangling is better because when your hair is wet, it's more elastic, and it offers basically more slip and makes it easier to detangle with like less force. I would say that this is probably going a little bit faster if I'm not gonna lie. It like almost makes the product just like distribute a little bit evenly, I think. Obviously, if you use the Harmonize leave-in on wet hair, it's going to really help with just being like a base for the rest of your product. So that would definitely be like your leave-in conditioner step before you add your gels or your mousses to your curls. Wow, this is really honestly detangling so smoothly. I'm telling you, this product smells so good. I think I'm done. That was 1 minute and 37 seconds, so I think it was like half the time. So now that both sides are detangled, let's pick a winner. Dry detangling took 3 minutes and 19 seconds, and this was my hair shedding for that. Overall, it feels good. I actually do like dry detangling for some purposes. Like if I were to be doing a pre-poo treatment right now, I like to dry detangle. Another really good dry detangling benefit is now that I go to shampoo my hair, my shampoo is gonna actually go through my hair a lot more easily because it's already detangled. Wet detangling did take almost half the time. It was 1 minute and 37 seconds. Here's the shedding. I think it's a tiny bit less, but I would say it's almost the same, like maybe a few hairs less. Overall, it feels really smooth. I mean, the product just feels like absolute butter. I'm really excited to use this product within a wash day because I love that it's so lightweight, but also moisturizing at the same time. So which one wins? Honestly, I think it just depends on your routine. If you're restyling or straightening or doing like a pre-poo treatment, dry detangling is definitely the way to go. Or if you're really trying to get a much more deeper cleanse. But if you're going for a defined curly style, I would say wet detangling is probably better. Either way, Defend and Detangle by Harmonize made this more than possible. Harmonize Beauty was created by a girl named Harmony, and she created Harmonize Beauty to empower women to have products that give real results and really just wants people to embrace their unique hair's journey. She actually worked as a hairstylist for 15 years, and it became her mission to teach clients how to use products properly, which I totally relate with. So it became known as like getting harmonized, so the name stuck. Now we did this fun experiment, but I wanna show you what this product actually will look like on my hair when I'm done styling it. So I'm gonna go do a full wash day and I'll be right back with the results. Honestly, I love these results. Like they are perfect. They are exactly what I wanted. It's super lightweight. I don't feel gunky. I hate when leave-in conditioners and curl creams make me feel gunky. So I am really excited about this product, and I love even more so that my hair is protected from its heat because I definitely need diffuse. So I definitely recommend, I especially recommend for people who have more fine hair, especially because it's a nice lightweight mist. Smells so good. I actually used to work at this hotel in Los Angeles, and this is what the hotel, its whole self smelled like. It was like this like really posh hotel. So it gives me the best nostalgic vibes in the best way. Like it smells just like the most glorious candle or something. I love it. Give it to me. Anyway, you can definitely try the Harmonize Beauty Defend and Detangle Spray in September 2025's Curls Monthly, or anytime, as long as we have inventory, you can customize your mailer and include it to your mailer. Of course, I'll link that below, but thank you so much for watching, and I really am impressed with this product. I'll see you next time.